Hi, my name is Shivan Ahuja, and today I will be talking to you about Rotary International and how I think their principles apply to the game of tennis. I'll first start off by telling everyone what Rotary is. Rotary is an international service organization whose human rights purpose is to bring together business and professional leaders to encourage high ethical standards, to advance goodwill, and to bring peace all around the world. It is open to people all around the world, regardless of your race, gender, or religion. And I chose to speak about Rotary because my family has been a part of it for several generations, and this has enhanced my awareness of goodwill that comes from Rotary. There are 4 key objectives of Rotary. The first one is the development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service. The second one is high ethical standards in business and professions. The third one is the application of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. And the last one is the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world of fellowship. These objectives of Rotary are set against a 4-way test. And the 4-way test consists of, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? Last summer, I had the opportunity to attend a Rotary Youth Leadership Conference where I really learned how Rotary can impact any community within the world. I learned about this 4-way test at the conference, and it really made me think how I could apply this into my life. And today, I'm going to talk to you about how tennis has helped me relate this 4-way test into my life. First off, the first key point of the 4-way test consists of, is it the truth? I'll give you an example of someone not telling the truth. Last year, I witnessed this at a tennis tournament while I was waiting to play. I decided to go watch another match until I had played. And at these types of tennis tournaments, there are usually 1 or 2 referees that walk around the match to make sure all the matches are going okay and so kids don't get cheated out of points. And so basically, you have the responsibility of calling whether the ball is in or out. And if you don't know how scoring in tennis works, well, it's the first one to win 6 games, and that's how you have to win a set. And you have to win 2 sets to win the match. And if you split sets, you either play another set out or play a 10-point tiebreaker. Just to make things easier, I'll name these 2 players that I was watching. Let's call player 1 Jim. We'll call player 2 Butch. So, in this case, Jim and Butch played a 10-point tiebreaker, and they had a really close match, and the score was 9-8, and Jim needed 1 more point to win the match. And at that point, 9-8, they had a really long point going on, but Butch, who was down, hit a really nice shot that was going to tie up the score 9-9, and he was getting all pumped because he thought he had tied the score up, but Jim ended up calling the ball out, which made the score 10-8, which meant Jim had won. And I saw this ball, and I had a pretty good angle of it, and it was like that far in. Like, it was awful. Like, it was even worse than this catch a couple years ago. I mean, this call was awful. I mean, this is obviously a catch, but this one was even worse. And so Butch immediately stormed off the court and went to go get the referee, but the referee explained to him that he had no choice but to call the ball out because he did not see the call. So Butch grabbed his stuff and immediately went off the court, and he told Jim some words that I'm not going to repeat on this stage, but he said some bad words. And so this was an easy call to make for Jim because this ball was obviously in, but he called it out. But sometimes when I play, there are closer balls that can barely catch the line or be out, just like this one. Oops. And every time I play now, I think about, is it the truth? Do I call the ball out just so I can win the point? The second key point of the 4-way test is it fair to all concerned? Was it fair to Jim's parents and even his opponent's parents to see him win like this? Even though a small call like this may not change the outcome of the game, in this case it did, is it fair to all the people supporting his opponent or even my opponent? And is it fair to all the people watching? These questions always pop into my mind when I play now. Because I always try to do the right thing and actually earn the win, and I would never want to win in a way that reflects negatively on my character. The third key point of the four-way test is, will it build goodwill and better friendships? When Jim called the ball out and everyone was watching, there was no respect for him because he took such drastic measures to win. And this did not build goodwill and better friendships for him. For me, I think about this with my team at Oakridge. Even though tennis is an individual sport, I have to motivate my teammates because we all have to work together. We have to motivate each other as a team, even though we're playing our matches individually. The fourth key point of the four-way test is, will it be beneficial to all concerned? This makes me think of the referee that had to tell Butch that he had no choice but to call the ball out because he did not see the call. And this was a United States Tennis Association event, and it just makes the whole association look bad because they want to prevent these calls from ever happening. And once again, I think about this when I play in my matches at Oakridge. If I made a questionable call while I was playing, how does that make our tennis team look? More importantly, how does that make our school look? Do my teammates want me to win like this? And is it beneficial for them to see me win like this? And is it beneficial for all my coach and supporters to see me win like this? I think the answers to these questions are fairly obvious with someone with good moral character. So remember to think about, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? Think about these points in the four-way test and how they may be applied into many aspects of your life. Thank you.